Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Ohemaa. I hope you're doing very well in these times. So for today's video, I decided to go ahead and try crochet braids. Like ever since the whole phenomenon of crochet braids started, I say phenomenon because every single body and their mama has done it except me. Okay, I have never done crochet braids because number one, every time I try to hook something through my hair, it was just too painful for me to do it. But I decided to go ahead and try it because of this whole quarantine season that we're in. I figured try something new, what could it hurt? So if you want to see how I achieved these crochet braids, how many packs I use, and you want to see my braiding pattern, and also if you want to see if you could try to achieve this look, then keep on watching. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Okay, so I'm coming at you crackhead style. Okay, I look tired. I was very tired. I hadn't slept very well, but I still had to make sure wash my hair and all of that. Okay, so for my wash days, I have been using the OLAPLEX system. It's like a series of 4 or 5 products that I have been using, and I'm realizing that my hair is shedding less, and it actually is moisturized and it feels good, and I really like what this product is doing to my hair. Okay, so these are the products that I actually put in my hair. I use their system from wash to leave-in, and then I add some other products at the leave-in stage. Okay guys, so I just used whatever's left of number 3. Right now it's done. If I can shake it for you to see, it's like empty now. And what you do is you put number 3 on your hair for 10 minutes and then you rinse it out before you shampoo. And for my hair drying today, I used the Aqueous hair drying head wrap turban thingamajig. It actually pulls the water really quickly, but it doesn't really like super dry your hair, so my hair was still kind of damp. And then I went in with the OLAPLEX number 6, which is a leave-in conditioner. So this is part of that whole system. I will put a link down below where you can find it. I have been using this for, I want to say, over 3 months now, and I'm really liking it. Yeah, I'm very sure it's been over that because they sent it to me a while ago and I started using it as soon as I got it, and my hair feels good, my scalp feels good. I really like what it does. So I actually like the Mayel leave-in conditioner, but I'm completely out of that, and when I went to buy it, I bought 2. So I bought the leave-in conditioner and the curl souffle or the curl smoothie. So I'm putting the curl smoothie in my hair instead, and then I'm gonna go in with the Camille Rose hair oil. They have like a bunch of different hair oils, so I just picked whichever one is closest to me and I put that in my hair. And because I'm going to be blow drying my hair, I'm going in with the OLAPLEX bonding oil, okay? And I put some of that in my hair. You don't need a lot, but of course my hair is natural, so I just made sure I had enough, not like a lot like the first oil I used, but you know, just so I had enough in my hair. And guys, if I twisted my hair right now, my hair would, like, the twist lasts so long. It is amazing, the OLAPLEX system. If you can, take a look at it, get some sample sizes or the mini sizes and try it because it is so good. Okay, so then I'm going to go in and separate my hair or section my hair, and what I'm doing is just putting it in smaller manageable sections so I can blow dry my hair. I don't know why I keep doing that. Every time I like part my hair, I do that because it's such a hustle parting my hair. My hair is like, oh, anyway. So I went ahead and I blew it out, and I just used a random blow dryer I had that I got from Sally's, and I got one of those tooth attachment thingamajigs, and I added it to that and I blew it out, and my hair felt so good. It was very moisturized. It had enough oils in it, and my scalp was feeling really good. Okay, if you need like a detailed tutorial on how I use the OLAPLEX system, let me know, because it comes with like a pre-wash where you put it on your hair when it's damp and you massage it in and you rinse it out. And no matter how dirty my hair is, every time I use that pre-rinse or pre-wash or whatever, and I say whatever, I'll put the names on the screen, of course, but every time I use that pre-wash and I rinse it out, as soon as I put like the smallest amount of the OLAPLEX shampoo, it lathers up so quickly. I feel like I don't even have to like shampoo twice, like one shampoo and you're good. Okay, so I just parted my hair because this is where I'm gonna have my front braids, and I just went ahead and did some cornrows straight back because this is my first time trying crochet braids. I didn't think it was prudent. It would have been prudent of me to try these complex braiding patterns and all of that, because I would have given up. Okay, I just wanted something simple, straight back, and that's it. And because I have like very exaggerated peaks in my hair, so I took that little piece of hair on the side of my head, and I'm gonna do that in like a braid, going like only a quarter, only the base. I only just braided the base, so I'm only going to just braid the base. But first I'm gonna add some of my Black is Beautiful hair wax thing. It's actually it's one of these major brands that made that. It's not a Black owned brand. I'll put the name of the brand that owns this down so you can see it, but I only put some on the base, and then I braided it up, like you see, like just that far down, just so that the base of it could be like super looking cute or whatever. And then I went ahead and did some cornrows. My plan was to actually hook that loose braid into the cornrow, but I forgot and I just braided my hair. So later on, you're gonna see me undo that first cornrow and insert that single braid in there. So here I am undoing my first cornrow so that I can insert that braid in there. So I just came down and I inserted that braid in there. And this is what it was supposed to look like. That way I can hook a crochet braid to the bottom of it and it would still look cute. So I just did like a zigzag pattern in the back of my head, and I didn't know what to do with the loose braids. So I went ahead and crisscrossed them and inserted them into the braids that I did in the back, just so they can all be nice and flat and stay and not go anywhere. I couldn't figure out what braiding pattern to do to get the single or the loose braids to get in the hair, so this was my solution. This is what the back of my hair looks like. It's not bad, but I mean, it could be better, but it's really not bad. So today I'll be using the MAVERICK LOCS. This is 24 inches of hair. So this is the hair I'm going to be using. I got 4 1B30 packs and 3 1B27 packs. And this is actually a Janet collection. This is Janet collection MAVERICK LOCS. I will find a link and put it down below so you can see it. I got these from a website, but it doesn't come with crochet hooks, so I'm gonna find a website that gives you crochet hooks. Okay, I wasn't very happy about that because I had to literally go find a crochet hook to try to make it work, but it comes with 10 locks in each packet, so altogether I had 70 locks. And I just started inserting it. My friend is a braider and she told me how you insert your needle is up to you if you want your crochet to go over or under. But after I did that first one, I realized that I wanted my crochet to go over, so I started inserting my crochet. I started inserting my hooks facing down in the back, because it was also easier for me, and that way whenever it fluffed out, it would give you like a little bit of a coverage, so you don't have to like link like make them super close together. So this is the next morning, and you can see I look so much better because I had some rest. If you know the kind of gaps that's in between that hair, you're gonna be shook. There's a lot of gaps in there, but because the top is fuller, it covered everything down there. Okay, so I'm gonna start, and you can see that literally on each of those braids I had no more than 3 crochet locks on there. So some of those front braids I had 2 crochet locks, some of those front braids I had 3 crochet locks. What I was doing was creating as big a space as I possibly could get away with, and then filling in that space with the next level up. So all together up there, I had in the front of my head I had 27 locks, and the rest of the locks were in the back of my head. So you can see every time I placed it, I make sure that it covers the space that I left below. That's how I was putting it. I make sure that the space was so big down there, and then I put a crochet lock up like on the next level braid to cover the space in between. I really didn't want to have like a ton of locks on my head. I don't want it to be too full. I just wanted it to be perfect. But also, every time I started it, I made sure to fix the front of my hair first before I did the rest of the cornrow. But as you can see, this particular braid has this one has 3 locks on it, and you can see the giant spacing that I have in between there. That's okay, because the next level I will put the braids to cover that space. So that's why I did it that way. So it gives me like a more natural look without being too full. And it was my first time, so I didn't want to do anything crazy and end up being so intimidated that I take it out. And literally all I did was find spaces with my hand, like just feel about and fill them in. And then I would have my husband like take a look at it to let me know like, hey, once I let it down, everything looks good and it's covered. Or I would just take a mirror and look back there to make sure everything was covered. And I actually went back and took out some of the braids in the back, like on the lower part of my head, to fill in the top part of my head so it can cover everything. But this is literally just a feel and go type of thing, because by the time you finish, all the spaces are going to be covered. So I didn't show you the very final braid that I had left, but in the front of it, I made sure to grab some of the crochet locks from the back of my head because I didn't have enough, because I ran out of locks. So I grabbed some of the crochet locks from the back of my head, like the lower parts of my head, and I inserted them into the front because that's the only way I was gonna get like the good coverage. On the very braid where you see the part, there's 3 braids on each of those crochet braids, and that was full enough to cover it up. Okay, so guys, this is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down below in the comments if you have any question. But as I realized from doing this is that you know, it's all a matter of feeling and covering. My friend told me that you know, braids are supposed to have gaps in them anyway, so don't be afraid. Just make sure that your braiding pattern is like somewhat manageable, where you can skip rows and, you know, still be covered. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. I'll see you guys in my next video, and remember to subscribe and share this video, and all the links will be down below. Bye.